In 2024, AI mostly generated text and images. By 2026, it's starting to run workflows, talk to your systems, and take actions autonomously. In this session, we'll look at that agentic shift, walk through real production use cases, and focus on how to get measurable ROI, not just interesting experiments. In 2024, most AI systems focused on generative reasoning, answering questions, drafting content, and suggesting ideas. By 2026, the real shift is toward autonomous action. Agentic AI doesn't just propose what to do, it logs into systems, updates records, triggers workflows, and coordinates tools end-to-end. Analysts expect roughly 40% of interactions to involve action models, and nearly half of organizations to orchestrate agents at scale by 2030. We've moved past the phase where a cool demo is enough. AI projects now survive only if they create measurable return on investment. That means production systems that change the numbers, improving EBIT, freeing labor hours, and building defensible strategic advantage. If those signals are weak or unclear, budgets shrink and initiatives stall. As we go through each decision point, keep asking, how does this improve ROI? Agentic AI turns factories into self-optimizing systems. Instead of reacting to breakdowns, models continuously monitor machines and schedule repairs before failure, cutting downtime and unlocking significant ROI. Computer vision inspects every product in real time, catching nearly all defects and reducing waste. In the warehouse, autonomous mobile robots take over most picking tasks, boosting throughput and safety. Together, these capabilities create always-on, data-driven operations. Healthcare is where agentic AI becomes very tangible. In drug discovery, models explore millions of compounds, predict how they behave, and cut R&D timelines roughly in half. Synthetic data then lets teams train safely on realistic, privacy-preserving patient records. Autonomous agents also streamline operations, handling tasks like provider credentialing and claims processing end-to-end. The result: faster therapies, safer experimentation, and leaner back-office workflows. In financial services, agentic AI becomes a kind of nervous system for trust. It analyzes transaction streams in real time, flagging fraud with over 90% accuracy before losses spiral. The same intelligence personalizes every interaction, turning generic offers into hyper-targeted journeys that convert several times better. Underneath, generative models continuously scan behavior and documentation to strengthen anti-money laundering controls, shifting compliance from a cost center into a strategic moat. In commerce, agents change retail from "you search, we respond" to "we anticipate, then act." Shopping agents infer intent, compare millions of options, and even negotiate price or bundles automatically. Visual search lets customers point a camera instead of typing, removing friction from discovery. Behind the scenes, agentic demand forecasting constantly rebalances inventory, so the right product, size, and price are available exactly when each customer is most likely to buy. Agentic AI isn't about replacing people, it's about amplifying them. Organizations seeing the biggest gains treat AI as a partner that boosts productivity by roughly a quarter. The playbook is straightforward. Value skills over job titles and deliberately build AI fluency across teams. When humans focus on judgment, creativity, and relationships, and delegate routine execution to agents, you unlock both efficiency and innovation without triggering cycles of fear and resistance. Most AI pilots don't fail because the model is weak. They fail because everything around it is fragile. Shadow AI creates security and compliance risk. Data remains trapped in silos. Integration into real workflows is painfully complex. And new rules like the EU AI Act expose a governance vacuum. To cross this gap, you don't just buy tools. You align data, systems, and policy under a single accountable owner. To realize the agentic pivot, technology alone is not enough. You need secure identity, solid infrastructure, and people who know how to use them. This is where convergence matters. AI provides the intelligence, Web3 and blockchain provide trust, and self-sovereign identity controls who can do what. Wrapped with strategy, implementation, and workforce training, those pieces turn experiments into secure, compliant, ROI-positive production systems. The first pillar is getting strategy and guardrails in place before anyone writes code. That starts with verifiable digital identity, so agents can prove who they are without exposing sensitive data. Next, you align with regulations like the EU AI Act, so innovation doesn't create compliance debt. Finally, you define a roadmap that escapes pilot purgatory and targets production, systematically de-risking your AI transformation from day one. The second pillar is infrastructure that can run, scale, and prove value quickly. At the top, AI agents orchestrate workflows across your business tools. Beneath that, strong engineering and DevOps practices provide reliability, monitoring, and elastic scaling. At the base, secure integration and auditability protect data and actions. You then fast-track proofs of concept, using small, tightly scoped pilots to validate ROI before broader rollout. The third pillar is workforce readiness. The organization has to level up alongside the technology. That means role-specific workshops that translate agents into the language of each function, from manufacturing lines to finance desks. It also means AI fluency for non-technical teams, so they can brief, critique, and govern agents confidently. And with targeted technical upskilling, you create internal builders. Together, these steps close the skills gap and sustain long-term adoption. As we move into an agentic world, security can't be an add-on. It has to be the foundation. Autonomous agents will touch payment rails, patient data, and operational systems, so every workflow should assume zero trust. That implies strong encryption, strict access controls, and full auditability from day one. When security is baked into the architecture, you don't just deploy clever agents, you build resilient, scalable ecosystems your organization can rely on. The agentic pivot isn't a distant future. It's a design problem you can start solving now. Identify where autonomous agents can create measurable ROI, then design secure, governed integrations into your existing stack. Treat security, compliance, and change management as first-class features, not afterthoughts. And don't go it alone. Choose partners who bring battle-tested patterns, industry context, and a clear path from pilot to production scale value.